Hello and welcome to my Let's Play of Megaman X Episode 6. A game that is not looked upon very highly or liked at all. And I'll tell you why as I progress through it, but first I'm going to talk about exactly what it was that got me into the Megaman franchise. Now, this might come as a shock to you, but I was never much of a console gamer during the 90s, or even before that. Yeah, I never got into console gaming until around 2000s, when I got my first PlayStation. And I'll go into the reasons why I got into my first game console being the PlayStation at some other time, but right now I'd just like to say that before that I had no interest in Mega Man whatsoever. I was more of a TV kind of kid. I ended up watching more TV than playing games or playing computer games, whatever games I could play on a computer. But I never got into gaming consoles or the what, because I just never appealed to me for whatever reason. And so once I got my first console, and I didn't care about I saw Mega Man's 15th anniversary promotions all over television, and it's starting to look cool. Still not quite appealing. But then there were I think Mega Man Legends Mega Man, who actually got me interested because he has, oh good, spiky anime hair. That's cool. Yeah, I was the kind of guy who, I was the kind of kid who was only excited by something if it had spiky anime hair. But I went looking for Mega Man Legends to start playing it myself on my own, but I could never find it anywhere I went, so I ended up going and getting whatever game was actually available at our local rental shop, and that just happened to be Mega Man X6. So I started playing it over a weekend while I was at my grandmother's house. Admittedly, not a good idea for a first entry into the Mega Man franchise, because, good lord, this game was so difficult, and it was also really awkward, because as a first game into the franchise, it was like really confused when I saw the opening sequence. I mean, if this was your first time playing Mega Man and you saw an opening like that, what would you be? How would you feel? I mean, it'd be like jumping into an anime halfway through. I don't know, anime series halfway through. But whatever the case, it was really awkward and difficult, and especially since everyone still has their Japanese voices. The import of this game was so lazy, they didn't bother to rid themselves of all the Japanese voice acting in the game. What's worse is that, yeah, even though there's Japanese voice acting and they have these subtitles, yeah, I use the Ultimate Armor code, bite my ass. But yeah, these Japanese subtitles, they're speaking Japanese, yeah. As far as I can figure, the subtitles don't exactly match up with what they're saying. They're kind of, they work in more with, you know, a little bit more closely with the American language, direct language what I don't know. It seems more American-based in these subtitles, but when you actually hear the Japanese speak coming out their mouths when you're hearing them during the cutscenes or whatnot, no strike. they don't really match up with the text all that well. I don't know what I was doing there. So yeah, that doesn't really work. Also, I should mention I watched, the reason I'm inspired to do the Let's Play of Mega Man X6 is because I recently watched Clement's, what's his name, Let's Play of Mega Man series. and I kept laughing at him for saying, I hate this game, because I just remember this is the first Mega Man game I ever played. I admit I didn't like it either, but as my first foray into the realm of Mega Man platform gaming, it's one of those nostalgic value things. What's even worse is that at some point I'd rented the game and I was so... Excuse me. I really gotta stop drinking soda before I do these LPs. But, it's one of the things I did and was stupid enough to keep doing it. If you remember my Earthworm Jim Let's Play, you'll recall, I said that I completed hard mode on that game, kind of more or less out of boredom. Well, I did the same thing with this. I ended up playing on extreme mode. Yes, I played and completed this fucktard, stupid-ass, balls shit game on extreme mode. So, if you see this, Clement, you have not felt my pain. You need to feel my pain by playing this game on extreme mode and completing it. I don't care how much you hate it until you've done that. Your hatred of Mega Man X6 is pointless. So yeah, I have bragging rights to say I completed this game on its hardest difficulty settings. I am never going to go back and do it again because it's stupid. But the point is, it's something that I did. Especially with IMAX. I hate IMAX. I don't know who thought it would be a good idea to have IMAX and what he does in this game. But I hate him. I hate him so much. I hate his creators even more. Isaac and Gate and whatever. My God, I hate them. Especially Gate. He I just despise with passion. I don't care that he has the coolest looking armor I've ever seen in the entire Mega Man X series. I hate him. I hate him so much. Oh, here's Isaac. Okay, I ended up having to speed this stupid speech of Isaac's along because it's so long and he makes so many stupid pauses in it and it's just, And this goes on past the 10-minute mark, mind you. This is so long. Him and his stupid speech. And like I said, if you listen to it, which I'm not going to let you, you'll notice that half of what he says doesn't even match what the text that's coming up on the screen. You can hear some stuff. It's kind of similar, but I don't know. I don't know Japanese, but I know that a lot of this probably doesn't match up, because you can hear him saying stuff like Irregular Hunter Zero, when all he says is the Ghost of Zero, known as an Ace Maverick Hunter. I don't know what happened here. This stupid... I ended up having to capture this with fraps, and even then I had to ugh, get it all onto an external hard drive, because my hard drive is horrifically small compared to everything nowadays. I have a computer that has reached the end of its lifespan, but I can't get it replaced because, as it is, it's probably one of the most better. It's probably one of our more better functioning computers in this household right now. Probably because it's so old that modern viruses and adwares and whatnot have no effect on it. It's so old that it's just outaged the capabilities of most errors and program problems these days. But it's also pretty damn slow because I have like half as much RAM as most modern computers have these days. That's why things tend to slow down or jump or whatnot every now and then. But I also have very little hard drive space. Even on my backup drive, it's compared to computers these days. Computers these days have frickin' terabytes, is it, of space on them? My main drive, I don't think it has more than 20 gigabytes on it. My secondary drive has like 100 gigs on it, or 90. So even that doesn't help. So I ended up having to get an external drive, and thankfully it has like 200 gigs on it, so that's kind of helpful, I guess. Anyway, we're coming up to the end of the introduction, and so sorry I've talked over all of this, trying to explain how I got into Megaman X6, but oh well, you'll figure out more as I get to the end.